Hello, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and we're on a journey here as I walk you through the 50 prospecting truths. Now, in previous videos, I've walked you through truths 1 through 20. Today, I'm going to walk you through 21 through 30. Now, here's the situation. Here's where I'm getting to. Too many salespeople fail when it comes to being successful in sales because they just can't prospect. This is what I want to highlight for you. This is what I'm doing right here, is walking you through 50 of these to help you understand, I get it. Now, when we get done with these 5 videos, 10 in each video, I'm going to walk you through a series of videos as to how to be successful. In other words, I'm going to show you, hey, how do you take these prospecting truths and really put them into action? Are you ready? Hey, let's get into this. 21 through 30. Number 21, know what your goal is before making the call. Now, this is not counter to over preparing, because again, some salespeople can over prepare. What I'm talking about here is, what's your goal? What is it? I'm going to reach out to this person. What is it I want to do? Do I want to get the next step? Do I want to get one piece of information? Do I want to verify who it is I'm talking to? What is it? What is it? But I gotta have a goal, because here's the whole thing. If you don't have a goal, how do you know if you've achieved anything? You don't. You see, prospecting is difficult as it is. I better have a goal so I know when I achieve something, I can say that I achieved it. Number 22, the telephone still works. Too many salespeople say the telephone doesn't work. Here's the situation. I get it. People don't answer the phone. I totally get it. But you know what's interesting? 2 things. A, it's amazing if I leave a prospecting message, how many times that prospecting message winds up turning into a text message that is delivered to the person. So guess what? If I leave a short, tight voicemail, wow, they get it. They love it. And in time, what happens is you leave enough of these. Yeah, you could leave 3, 4, 5. Each one's different. They begin to say, I want to talk to this person. I am going to go ahead and talk to this person because they respect my time, because each time they call, they leave me something of value. Wow, powerful. Number 23, a prospecting call isn't an interruption to somebody's day. Now, this flies right in the face of the typical one that says, well, when you're making a cold call, you're always interrupting somebody. I don't believe you are when you know you can help someone. You see, here's the whole thing. The days of just random calling are gone. What I'm now doing is I'm saying, hey, how do I zero in? How do I make sure that I'm calling is because you've matched up to my ICP, my ideal customer profile. There's some reason for me to be wanting to make this call. And what does that mean? You're right. I may be interrupting him, but it's a needful interruption. I don't even know if needful is a proper word, but I don't care. I just said it. You see, what am I talking about here? I have to have the confidence that when I'm calling someone, it's not an interruption, because I know I can help them. Number 24, short, tight voicemails. You see, this really picks up on the whole telephone thing. See, it is. You have to have them short and tight. You have to, because if they're not, they're just not going to be there. I'm not going to go into this any longer. I already talked about it. Number 25, allow your personality to come through on every phone call and every voicemail. Now, this is what's interesting. You're watching a video here. You've probably watched other videos I've done. And as a result, you've got to know a little bit about my personality. You've got to know a little bit about who I am. You see, unless you're the crazy uncle or the weird aunt, you want your personality to come through. And oh, by the way, if you're the crazy uncle or the weird aunt, you're probably in a different occupation anyway. So, hey, you're probably not in sales. I believe this. Your personality is your greatest asset. Use it. Number 25, those who believe cold calling is dead are the same people who really want to believe cold calling is dead because they're too afraid to pick up the telephone. It's amazing the number of times I get phone calls, I get messages, emails. Cold calling's dead. Why do you, And I say, hey, let me call you. We'll have a conversation. And they never want to engage in the telephone. You see, the people who believe cold calling dead are the ones who don't want to pick up the phone. Now, Now, cold calling, like I said earlier, in terms of random phone calls, yeah, that's dead. But, you know what? But I know I can help you. It may be cold that we haven't talked, but it's hot because I know I can help you. Wow. Number 27, maintain both prospect specific notes and industry segment notes. Now I'm reading this off the ebook here. And I want to talk about this. This is so key. One of the things that I really believe is the more I can focus my efforts, I find I'm most productive when I can focus my efforts on a particular industry. And I want to keep notes on that. I do a lot of work in the SaaS space, software as a service. And I have got tremendous number of pages on that industry, how that industry works, the vernacular, the acronyms, the terms, and kind of hours. I also do a lot of work with OEM companies, okay? And I have equal amount of information there. You see, what I do is and this allows me to be more confident. This allows me to be more confident, yeah. Number 28, never forget your objective. Now, wait a minute, hold it. Does this fly in the face of what I said earlier? No, it doesn't, because here's the whole thing. I can always wind up in a phone call, and we'll say the other person answers. And what happens is the conversation starts going down a different path. And it's a great path. I mean, I'm having a conversation, but I got to come back to what's my objective of the call. What's my objective? Now, this doesn't come up often, but it's amazing. If I have the ability to get you on the phone in a conversation, I want to make sure I get something productive out of it, okay? I just don't want a conversation for the sake of a conversation. Number 29, don't fall for the myth that calling doesn't work and just send more emails. Calling works. You see, email is a great tool, and the telephone is a great tool, and text messaging and social media and all these various pieces are good, but you got to use them in conjunction. This is like the toolbox. You got to look at these as tools in a toolbox. If I have a problem with my plumbing and I call a plumber, I don't want the plumber showing up with just a pair of pliers, and that's the only tool they have. A pair of pliers, great tool, but it only goes so far. I want them showing up with a big truck, with a big toolbox, with all kinds of stuff in it, because I'm not sure what they're going to need, but I want them to be equipped. Same thing with prospecting. You see, I want to use every tool in the toolbox. Number 30, never falter from the absolute belief that you can help people. You know, one of the simplest exercises I always say before you begin prospecting is you take a piece of paper, you draw a line down the middle. On the one hand, you write down 10 customers you've had the privilege of working with. And down the right-hand side, you want to write down the outcomes that you helped them achieve. Not what you sold them, the outcomes. How did this help them? How did this help them? You look at that and go, wow, that's why I make the calls I do. Hey, I just went through 10 more of the 50. A couple more videos to go, a couple previous ones. I want you to watch them all. And I want you to check out the Sales Hunter University. In the Sales Hunter University, we were named one of the top 10 sales training online programs in the world for the second year in a row. We're proud of that. We work hard at it. Our whole objective is to deliver you content that you can learn from. So check it out, the Sales Hunter University. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and make sure you check out every video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, right? Because sure, I want you to get into the Sales Hunter University, but I put a lot of other content out right here like this. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter. Great selling.